It's Major League Baseball playoff season, and Donald Trump is calling foul. And once again, whining about the media. This time, CBS. And we'll be forced to ignore him. Because if there's one thing everyone knows, everyone who's not in the MAGA cult, that is, it's that Donald Trump is batshit crazy. He is cray-cray. We all know it. So the real question becomes, how can this spineless, pathologically narcissistic, serial liar, grifter, racist, convicted felon, and adjudicated rapist still be running neck and neck with Kamala Harris? That's the answer we don't know. Yes, his followers are in a cult. And yes, the majority of them tend to be low IQ people. And yes, corporate media could bury him in 2 weeks if they wanted to. But they don't because he's good for clicks and shares, which creates profits. But still, there's this nagging remainder of an answer that is eluding us. So let's take a look at Trump's latest screed. And instead of writing it off as crazy and stupid and hypocritical, which it certainly is, let's try and read in between the lines and see where it's finding its mark. Because it's true, Trump is a moron, and he's degenerating to the point of dementia. And he is surrounded by a lot of morons, but somewhere in the shadows, there are strategists that are using this to the campaign's advantage. So on Wednesday, Trump went on a tirade against CBS as a result of Kamala's successful interview on 60 Minutes. Kamala showed him up in terms of her abilities, her warmth, and her intelligence. But Trump withdrew from his CBS interview because they were going to fact-check him. And even addle-brained Trump knows that without lying, he can't even remotely keep supporters. And so by Wednesday, Trump was demanding that CBS lose its broadcast license, posting that Kamala's interview may also be a major campaign finance violation. This is a stain on the reputation of 60 Minutes that is not recoverable. I have never heard of such a thing being done in news. It is the very definition of fake news. The public is owed a major and immediate apology. This is an open and shut case and must be investigated, starting today. Now, is it another Trump lie? Yes. Is it stupid? Well, it's not in the same league with Trump's favorite lie that school kids are getting gender change surgery while at school, but it's still pretty stupid. And most political analysts would tell you the lie of an election interference scandal because CBS actually performed editing of video footage is a long-term strategy, not necessarily short-term. Trump is setting up being able to have a toady FCC strip CBS, NBC, and ABC of their licenses. That's all fine and good, not to mention fascist. But then Trump took it a step further. Early this morning, Trump called for Harris to concede the election because of the CBS interview. He posted, "Take away the CBS license, election interference. She is a moron, and the fake news media wants to hide that fact. An unprecedented scandal. The Dems got them to do this and should be forced to concede the election." Wow. Now, it's interesting that Trump is declaring war on mainstream corporate media, and they are letting him get away with it. They seem to think they will somehow be insulated if he's reelected. They won't wake up until it's too late and little Hitler has too much power. And it's not really hard to understand that this tirade is just one of many whose purpose is to set up false facts as a foundation for election denial that is surely coming when Trump loses. But what we don't seem to get at is why does this work with his audience? Why do these moronic statements hit home with them? At least one of the answers there is that, in addition to being low IQ, Trump's audience is aggrieved. They have had their financial security or their livelihoods taken away by the powerful. And they know it was taken by the powerful, even though they swallow immigrants are the problem, hook, line, and sinker. But their plight, their stories, their struggles were ignored by the mainstream media, and they are resentful. They want somebody to pay the price, and immigrants, LGBTQ plus people, and minorities are a great place to start in their eyes. The Harris campaign, to their credit, is starting to address this, and choosing Tim Walz was a great start, followed by specific policies, but it's a drop in the bucket compared to the decades of disinformation provided by the faux news network. Just look at the way MAGA Nation ignores the growth of manufacturing jobs as a result of the Biden administration and the legislation they have passed. Facts are not going to get us there. Trump is symptom and the metastasizing cancer. Win or lose in November, and we're going to win. We are going to have to start building bridges. This us and them mentality is not sustainable. And nobody seems to have the answer now on how to do this. But we've got to figure it out. After all, we're the smart ones. I'm Anthony Vincent Gallo for Occupy Democrats.